Morning. Early edition of the Best of the podcast live this Sunday morning. Again with my brother from another mother, Mr. Deshaun Reed. How you doing this morning?
I feel pretty good, bro. How about yourself?
Hey, I can't complain. Sun's out. It's been hot, but it's great to actually be outside these days again. All right, so this is part three of our draft strategies, but I kind of changed the name because I feel like this is more so how to win your fantasy football league in 2021. But this is draft strategy segment. So the first two times we went over, just the basics, mock draft, basically more so with 10-team leagues. So that's just like normally the standard here. So today is going to be more so about deeper leagues. So we're going to do a 12-team mock draft and a 14-team mock draft. And just so with my experience, because I know I've done probably a little bit more of the deeper leagues than you have. Am I correct on that one?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, and so last year I kind of like brought this out.
Slight flex,
just a little bit. So I won this last season. This was a 16-team league, and so I was looking at my roster. So from week 1, from which I had, to week 16, and I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice that my team was significantly different in that time span. So I'm gonna tell you what my team was from week 1. So week 1, this was my starting team. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so all right, so week 1, I rolled out with Kirk Cousins as my quarterback. This was Yahoo format, by the way. So you start 3 wideouts, 2 wide receivers. There is no flex. 3 wideouts, 2 running backs, a tight end. There's no flex. So Kirk Cousins is my quarterback. Calvin Ridley, Devontae Parker, Van Jefferson Jr., CEH, David Johnson, Travis Kelce, Younghoe Koo. The Denver's defense. Then on my bench was Daniel Jones, Brandon Cooks, Preston Wilson, Tevin Coleman, OJ Howard, and Malcolm Brown. So it's not, looking at it right now, it definitely wasn't the best. But so I had to make some moves. I think I got a little lucky because somebody, for whatever reason, dropped. I'm gonna call him Nicholas Chubb. For whatever reason. And so I didn't make any trades, I don't believe, but it was just more so, catching the waiver at the right time or whatnot. So my championship lineup was Justin Herbert, Calvin Ridley, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Cooks, Nick Chubb, David Johnson, Travis Kelce, Blankenship, the kicker, Washington's defense, and my bench was CEH, Chase Claypool, Devontae Parker, Antonio Brown, Tua, and Ahmed, running back from the Dolphins at the time. And so with the deeper leagues, you have to prioritize. In my opinion, you have to prioritize the tight end position and the running back position, especially in that type of league, because we know quality running backs, and elite tight ends are very scarce. So with the deeper strategies, for me, I target those early, very early, just because if I got Travis Kelce, more times than not, you're going to have somebody like, Jimmy Graham or Hayden Hurst, who, at that point, they're very much touchdown dependent, right? So you have somebody that's all the way touchdown dependent. I have somebody that's basically another wide receiver at that spot. Man, that makes a big difference in those leagues. So with that being said, we are about to mock draft a 12-team. Am I right?
Yes, sir. And like you were saying before, bro, it's you are absolutely right. I do prefer a 10-team league. I do. Who doesn't? Because free agency is a little bit like there's actually bodies there. And when you get to 12 teamers, 14, 16, even like 20 teamers. Like you gotta really, use your noodle when you draft. And I think if you go in there without a game plan, I think it's easy for you to like fail. So especially when it's like 12 plus, you definitely want to get in there with some sort of game plan before the draft starts.
Absolutely. So, hey, I mean, we said June is basically the beginning of mock draft season, and it looks like this is the first time we have like all 12 people in here. So, hey, we about to actually see some human interaction here with these mock drafts. So this is about to be a little different here. So I have pick 4, you have pick 6. On a side note, did you hear that Zeke is quote unquote in the best shape of his life? You think about taking him?
Negative. Like Bear, he done enough damage to me, bro. He definitely hurt my heart. So I am staying away from that guy, bro. Like seriously, fantastic football player whenever he's healthy, but I can't do it, bro. Not again.
Oh man, you got some battle scars on that one.
Absolutely. Remember, Zeke was on my bus. front row seat on my bus.
Oh man. Okay, so let's see. All right, since I'm picking 4, I mean, you definitely still want to go with a quality running back here, an elite one while you can. Saquon is there. Alvin Kamara, some people think he might have a slight dip because there's no, Drew Brees not
True
there
quarterback
anymore.
there, yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna take Jonathan Taylor. I know we're high on this guy this year.
Oh man, I was definitely looking for him. So, ooh.
I don't know how to feel about Saquon Barkley. He is personally one of my favorite players in the league. It's just,
and rightfully so. It's just like you can't gauge like the injury, like how it is. Like that's one of those wait and see type approaches. Again, if you're in like the back end and Saquon Barkley is there, fine. Just go ahead and draft him. Like right now, I'm going to even steer clear of him, even though he is technically the best player available on the board. I got pick number 6. So I'm going to roll with Kamara right now at this point. So for me, bro, it was either between Kamara or Nick Chubb. I was either going to go all the way down to Nick Chubb, leave both Saquon and and your boy Ezekiel Elliott on just there. So,
and as you see, people are taking Stephon Diggs as high as pick 5 so far.
I mean, he had one heck of a season last year, man. Like, and that's definitely one of the players that I want to target if I am in like that back end range or with like a back-to-back pick, and like a 10-teamer. Like, yeah, I definitely want that guy.
Right. And so I'm thinking with my second pick here. So I got a elite running back.
Mm-hmm.
I am thinking either another running back or a tight end. At that point, it's either going to be Kittle or Waller. That's what I'm thinking at this point.
Just yeah, so because
go ahead.
Yeah, because it looks like Kelsey is going to be gone. He's still on the there.
And I'm surprised he lasted that long.
You and me both. But that's not a bad idea. If Waller is still there, I'm definitely going to take him. For sure.
Because you want to get as much of an advantage as you can. You got to in deeper leagues. You want to separate yourself. You do not want to be in the middle of the bunch. That's the key. You want stable guys, but also, after that point, when it gets to round 5, 6, 7, and beyond, you want guys with high ceilings
that
can win you a week by themselves. Okay, so let's see. So we got Joe Mixon here, Miles Sanders, Josh Jacobs, DeAndre Swift. All right, so I am going to go Kittle here. Those top three are in the same tier. Then after that, goes down a notch.
Definitely a couple of notches. And again, probably like the best available would be between, Andrews, Hawkinson, and Pitts there. Logan Thomas will have a pretty good impact. And I'm hearing like Zach Ertz is going to be moved here like soon. That's what I'm hearing. So maybe Goddard's value increases in like the next coming weeks. So we'll see.
Yeah, that would be big for both. More so for Ertz, because in fact we was talking about it either like rumored to go to either Buffalo or Tennessee. Man, listen here. If Ertz ends up in one of those places, I think we have to put him in the top 10.
For sure. Just because of like the volume that he'll receive. Especially even like let us say he ends up in Buffalo, bro. Oh my God. Man, that's gonna be crazy.
That'll be deadly, and the target share will definitely be there for him as well.
Buffalo is one running back away from being like super serious contender to win like the Super Bowl or possibly the favorite.
Do they call Adrian Peterson? Do they call Frank Gore?
God, I hope not.
Oh man! All right, so I'm in a little conundrum here. So I see some quality wideouts. I see some okay running backs here that have some upside. So I really like Justin Jefferson right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just can't afford to do so at the moment. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take him. I'm going to roll the dice here. I'm going to take him. So as we know from evidence in his rookie campaign, Justin Jefferson finished top 10. Justin Jefferson has won multiple weeks last year by himself. Justin Jefferson's ceiling is through the roof.
Definitely through the roof. As long as they, maintain like that running game, as long as Dalvin Cook is in the backfield doing his thing, keeps the defense honest, opens up Justin Jefferson a lot more. So trust me, he will be seeing him do the gritty in the end zone a lot more this year, I feel like.
Man, I need to see it, man. They need a whole mixtape just him doing that. All right, so what are you thinking here with your pick?
So I got a quality running back here, top-notch tight end. So I'm gonna go back to looking at like the running backs and seeing who's available there. A couple definitely, your boy David Montgomery. I would possibly take him over Josh Jacobs at the moment, and Myles Gaskin definitely has some appeal. Switch over to wide receivers, and I was saying to myself, if AJ Brown was still there, I was going to take him when my pick came around. So, I mean, I think that's almost too good to pass up at the moment. So I'm going to roll with AJ Brown here.
Excellent pick. All right. So just a quick recap. I have Jonathan Taylor, George Kittle, and Justin Jefferson.
Wow.
And you have who you got? Alvin
Kamara, AJ Brown, and Darren Waller. So very solid thus far.
Excellent.
And I kind of already have my idea of the running back that I'm going to take next if he is still available. So I'm not going to say it because I know that you picked before me again. So
no, you actually would pick before me on this one on the go around.
Oh yeah, okay.
All right, so see the beauty of us having Waller and I have Kittle is the fact that in essence they are wide receivers at the tight end spot. So
yes.
So basically, that gives you more flexibility with wide receivers, which comes a dime a dozen. So at this point, you can actually focus on running back, like you said you're going to take, and that's probably where I'm going next. Which I hope it doesn't get too murky here by the time I pick again.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. One thing that like questions me, like I'm looking at this list, right? So they got Travis Etienne at 74 and James Robinson at 100, which is kind of weird to me considering the season that James Robinson had. I think that Travis Etienne is just going to come in and just like light it up, like right from the get go. But I really can't see that happening. I would still, dang it, my guy's gone, Kareem Hunt. So I'm definitely going to look forward to picking either Gaskin or Raheem Mostert right here, if they're still available.
I have to look at it like this. The fact that they, invested a first round pick in this dude, that lets me know that the target share, the volume, he's going to get a significant chunk. And it feels like, you know what, Mr. Robinson, we appreciate your services and what you contribute to our team last year and helped us get Trevor Lawrence. But going forward, we kind of like this piece named Travis Etienne, and he also complements Trevor Lawrence. So we're going to utilize this guy quite a bit. You'll get your chances, but we really like Travis Etienne. So that's the appeal. That's what it feels like. And James Robinson would finish third last year.
Man, somewhere near there, definitely top 5. Definitely top 5 for sure in PPR format.
Okay, so Chase Edmonds, maybe Mike Davis. You know what? I am going to take probably Mike Davis here. And not only he's the starting back for the Falcons, but Arthur Smith, the new head coach, was pretty sure he was the offensive coordinator in Tennessee. And so with the, how they had the scheme with, feed the ball to Derrick Henry, run off that, I feel like there's a chance that the Falcons offense might be a little bit more balanced. So if that's the case, Mike Davis might be a value pick at that point. Maybe, maybe not, but he should have an opportunity here. All right, so I may take another running back here coming up. Otto Jones. Okay, so on the clock, I see Kyle Pitts is a 5th round pick in the 12 team. I'm gonna make a note of that.
Man, I'm very anxious to see what Kyle Pitts is gonna do, bro.
Not kidding. I heard they was force feeding him the ball in OTAs.
I mean, rightfully so. You got to see how much damage he's gonna be able to do.
You know what? I know I said I'm going to take running back, but Chris Godwin, he's just sitting there. I'm going to have to take him.
Man, so you was definitely going the same route that I was going. So I had like 4 fantastic picks at that point. I like DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, or Tyler Lockett, or possibly Odell Beckham Jr. But for sure, I'm going to go with Lockett over the rest. Considering that I'm not sure exactly what Sam Darnold is going to do. in Carolina. Don't know how healthy Odell Beckham Jr. is, and nothing pretty too much changed with Tyler Lockett and Dangerous. So I'm gonna just go ahead and snatch him up.
And to piggyback off of that, I mean, you have valid points. So with DJ Moore, he's probably the biggest unknown in Carolina right now as far as fantasy relevant players. Because Sam Darnold, he has rapport with Robbie Anderson. They both was
absolutely.
You got Christian McCaffrey's gonna get his. So at this point, it's like what to expect with DJ Moore. We know DJ Moore, when he gets the volume, I mean, he can produce, but it's like we don't know how that's going to be. So I feel you on that one. OBJ coming back off the ACL. I was watching Sports Center this morning. They were saying some guy was talking to Jarvis Landry. And they asked him about Beckham, and I mean, they say he's back. Doing his thing.
I mean, I don't know, especially taking that from his buddy, his LSU counterpart, Jarvis Landry. Especially he's gonna, he's definitely gonna talk him up. So I am a show me guy. You got to get up on the field and show me, bro, that you are ready to take out that top 10 wide receiver spot that he is known to have whenever he's out there. So
I completely agree. And with Tyler Lockett, as we discussed last week, Tyler Lockett, I mean, I feel like he's one of the ultimate wide receiver twos that you will get. I mean, some weeks, the targets, he might only get you 6-7 points because he only, catch 2 passes for 50 yards or 3 catches for 40 yards, something like that. But there's more than enough times to where he will have 3 touchdowns in the first half type thing.
No, I agree.
So yeah, instant value with incredible upside. That is a great pick. So. Right. So just a quick recap here. I got Jonathan Taylor, Mike Davis, Justin Jefferson, Chris Godwin, George Kittle. And you have, let's see, you have Kamara, Gaskin, AJ Brown, Tyler Lockett, and Darren Waller, the baller.
So thus far, I'm definitely liking my picks. The only pick that was pretty much taken from me was the Kareem Hunt pick right before I was going to take Kareem Hunt, obviously, for Myles Gaskin. But again, I do like the direction that the Dolphins are going. And Gaskin really doesn't have too much competition in that backfield, Jamar, outside of Malcolm Brown, who they signed in the offseason. So, again, he's still going to be the guy there. And I feel like he'll be a very solid to fringe RB2.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, a lot may change between now and week 1, but as of right now, I completely agree with that. So, I see quarterbacks are starting to fly off the board here.
Yep, my man. That's the page that I'm on right now. I just saw 5 to 6 just fly. So that's definitely going to be my next pick. And still got Aaron Rodgers there, not knowing what he's going to do. Tom Brady. And Ryan Tannehill is very intriguing right here, Jamar, considering the fact that I already do have an AJ Brown. So I can definitely get that connection going. His upside is tremendous this year with the addition of a Julio Jones, and still got that monster amongst men in the backfield and Derrick Henry. So, man, I'm gonna go ahead and take him in the 6th round. I feel pretty good about that. I feel pretty good about that.
I mean, it's nothing but positive vibes for Ryan Tannehill these days. He is in match made in heaven scenario.
Indeed.
Man, y'all took the quarterbacks I wanted. I could take Tom Brady. I do got Godwin.
I mean, you still got Aaron Rodgers there.
Aaron
Rodgers is there.
I mean, for all I know, he's going to be the next host of Jeopardy. I don't know.
Still, man, it's still too good to pass up on a Hall of Famer that's just sitting right there. So.
Yeah, I suppose. All right, I'm gonna actually get some running back depth here real quick
Hmm.
before it flies off the handle. I'm gonna take Chase Edmonds. Right, to my understanding, he's still RB1 on that team. So that Brady is gone. Apparently, nobody wants Aaron Rodgers. I understand.
Don't know. I mean, like for like the time that we're in right now, you just really don't know what the guy's gonna do, man. So
So there's like two quarterbacks. Matter of fact, there's three quarterbacks that's after Aaron Rodgers that's intriguing to me: Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, and Matthew Stafford.
hmm.
All three, I can roll with for different reasons. I mean, I feel like Jalen Hurts definitely has a lot of upside and a lot of untapped potential. He's a gamer. Joe Burrow is surgical. I can't wait to see him back in the field. And Matthew Stafford, I mean the upside for this guy, shoot. I mean, he could finish top five.
He easily can, and you gotta keep in mind that he has a pretty good running back. He had a couple of wide receivers there doing their thing, but the defense is so good, man. I think they're gonna get enough chances on the offense to be able to produce. So I definitely like to see what Matt Stafford is gonna do. So that's another team that I'm curious to watch. A lot of changes this offseason, Jamar, and my eyes are going to be on like a lot.
Rightfully so. All right, so I want to take a quarterback on my next pick, but I mean, I see a couple of guys in the wide receiver spot that can give me
Man,
some instant value right now.
you be definitely reading my mind, and that's exactly what I'm looking at. Odell Beckham Jr. was just picked, bro, in the seventh round, and like I was saying to
That's
myself, like, man.
that's crazy.
So yeah, it is, and I was definitely going to take him if he was still available. So
If you see Odell Beckham Jr. in the seventh round or late sixth, like that is a value pick. You take that man.
indeed.
And so Deontay Johnson, I mean, he's there. Robbie Anderson, T. Higgins. T. Higgins intrigues me a lot.
Hmm.
Brandon Ayuk a little bit. Dude, it's between T. Higgins and Deontay Johnson for me right now.
Okay.
Mm,
See, in both wide receivers, man, I think they got a lot of competition as far as you know, like targets is concerned. Burrow's got weapons. Ben Roethlisberger's wide receiver core is pretty deep, and whew, man, you're right. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can go Smith Schuster, Ayuk, Jamar Chase, or Deontay Johnson here and still be in very good shape. Um, I just think that, man, I really like Brandon Ayuk. Like I do. Uh, don't. Hopefully, he's a little bit like healthy. Like seriously.
and it's crazy because if you look a couple people down, you see Debo Samuel, who in his rookie campaign was amazing. And the reason why he's probably as low as he is now because last year with the injury history, like they kind of forgot about Debo. Debo is a really good player.
Fantastic. You can, man. He's a jet sweep machine too, bro.
I feel like the Niners have freaks of nature at the wide receiver position because Debo's a big dude too. I mean, the name is fitting with that name. All right, so just a quick recap here. I have Jonathan Taylor, Mike Davis, Justin Jefferson, Chris Godwin, George Kittle, Chase Edmonds, T. Higgins. Then we go over to Team Reed. He has Ryan Tannehill. We'll discuss a little bit more about him in a minute. Alvin Kamara, Miles Gaskin, AJ Brown, Tyler Lockett, Darren Waller, Brandon Ayuk. Jeez, dude.
Yeah, I know, man. It's just like right now, and this is a pretty good scale, Jamar, because I think we only have one auto pick. So like these picks are real. Like people, this is real time right here. So, and I feel pretty good about the team that I'm ended up with thus far.
As you should, man. I like your team better than mine right now. I do.
It's always a good feeling. Ooh, Devontae Smith, great pick right now. I like that. I think he is going to be very solid right out the gate.
Oh yeah. I mean, let's talk about the Eagles pass catchers here. So you have what, Fulgham,
Mhm.
Devontae Smith, Ward. I mean, there's a lot of I feel like there's a lot of targets to go around, man. So Devontae Smith can just fit right in and end up being the number one target in Philly. So, and he already has rapport with Jalen Hurts, so that gives him an advantage already.
Wow, Aaron Rodgers ended up going in the 8th round, and that probably would end up being a very good pick here, Jamar. So the running back who I wanted, which was oh boy, at that pick it was James Robinson, and he is no longer there. I'm going to shift back over to wide receivers. Man, it's still some Jalen Reagor. Like that was the other Philly wide receiver who was picked very high. So
about him.
I think I really need to go running back here, though, before like all these names dry up.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just I'm not really in love with any of these names.
Let's see.
Oh no, that was a mispick. It auto picked me.
Oh
boy. So I ended up with Michael Gallup instead of Jarvis Landry. Jesus, I did not know I had that much time left up on the clock. Not good. Not good at all.
Hey, best to have that mistake now, not in the real draft.
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry, Hollywood Brown, Jalen Waddle, AB, Mike Williams. I really do like Mike Williams. I don't have a quarterback. Let me quit playing. But there's so many good ones still available. All right. So I'm taking Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to wait until Matthew Stafford, but I feel like if I didn't take him soon, all three of them would have been gone and I would have been screwed.
No, I get that. So, let's look at the other quarterbacks that were left. So you had Joe Burrow, Matthew Stafford, and Matt Ryan. So you chose Philly's quarterback overall.
Yep. So, I mean, Jalen Hurts, as we know, his running ability raises his floor to be in amongst the names of the ones that we just talked about, the Burrows, the Staffords, the Ryans. And probably can do a lot more overall, but we will see. All right, so let me get some depth here. So we got Jarvis Landry.
Oh wow, a kicker came off the board.
Whoo! His name is Team Smack. Oh, that's fitting. About to get smacked for real. All right, I took Henry Ruggs the third. The upside is crazy. You gotta take yourself off auto pick, man.
Wait, how do you do that?
It should be, if you're on the app, it should be at the top somewhere.
Oh boy, nope, it's still auto pick, man. I don't see how to take it out. I did end up with Jarvis Landry, who I did want, but just not in this round though. I wanted him in like the previous round, so I'm basically maxed out right now on wide receivers. I was going to take a running back there because I only had 2, so I'm pretty much screwed like right now because of the 2 last auto picks. Dependent. So
to save face, I'm gonna need you to hurry up and figure that out before your next pick.
Okay. How to take it off auto pick? Disable auto pick. All right, there we go.
So,
Oh man, I'm upset now, bro. Like my team was looking good with that Jarvis Landry pick, and then I was gonna come back around and pick a running back. So I'm pretty much maxed out up on wide receivers, and it looks like it. Wow, this guy's team is pretty good. I was just like going through looking at everyone's team.
Yeah.
This team, Raya, right? Russell Wilson, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Terry McLaurin, Jamar Chase, Travis Kelce, TJ Hawkinson, James Robinson, and Jalen Waddle. That is solid, bro.
Hey, he went for the 2 tight end strategy.
Yeah.
Which is available and is part of our free fantasy football strategy guide that's available. The link is in the comments there on Facebook, and if you're on YouTube right now watching, it will be in the description. So it's free. That 2 tight end is part of that strategy guide. I mean, based on the way he did it, I mean, yeah, I really do like his team. I do. I agree with you.
Ooh, Cole Beasley in round 10. I like that. I'm gonna go with Michael Carter here, I believe. Yeah, man. Like I have no choice. Like my next maybe 3 picks need to be backs.
I got you. All right, I'm gonna take if it wasn't him, then I'm gonna take the back that makes the most sense to me, which is Nyheim Hines.
Good pick. Good pick. That was gonna be the next back if he was still available. So.
Oh man. So with me having Jonathan Taylor, with me needing another running back,
it makes sense. Nice handcuff there too.
It's really starting to get to the nitty gritty with these running backs, man.
No, yeah, we're basically what I like to call Jamar in dead man's land. So like these are guys who's not going to be able to give you too much value outside of. I'm looking at the board right now that you got to. Oh no, he just went. It looks like.
Yeah, I agree. So if you ever watched Into the Badlands, or if you ever played the Fallout series, this is the Wastelands. This is clearly the Wastelands.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of handcuff guys, man.
It is. So, and this is like very important in deeper leagues. So yeah, you're going to come to the point where you have running backs and wide receivers that's like wide receivers 3s, running back 3s, running back 4s and 5s, etc. with wide receivers. And so like the first thing you got to think of, like, hey, how big is his timeshare with whoever the main guy is? Second, like, do you like the handcuff situation? So if I was to take a running back right now, just by the names that's listed, I mean, Jamal Williams, I feel like has a little quality. Tariq Cohen, I mean, but that backfield is a little jumbled. Trey Sermon. Now we know the 49ers, they run heavy and they run it back by committee in a sense, and whoever is like in the lineup does great.
Yep.
But I would say probably the best back to take right now is probably Gus Edwards. And that's because the Ravens are running back heavy. The Ravens like to split the backfield. And then also on top of that, the man just got a contract extension a couple of days ago.
Yep.
I peeped that. So that means if he got an extension for the next 2 years, he's going to be utilized. J.D. McKissick, that's the running back right now. Lat Murray.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. That's what I was just looking at is McKissick right now for my pick. T.Y. Hilton just came off the board. Some notable names coming off late.
I feel like T.Y. Hilton, that can go 1 or 2 ways.
It really can. It really can. Either he's going to be rejuvenated or Ghost is literally going to be Ghost. We're not going to be able to see too much of that guy. So it depends. And again, I still think Carson Wentz is a slight upgrade to be able to push the ball down the field as in opposed to a Phillip Rivers. So he does have a little bit more opportunity there. So we'll see.
So I got 5 running backs already, so I'm good there. I got 4 wideouts, 1 quarterback, 1 tight end. So I'm probably looking at wideout here. just to solidify that before it ends up getting too murky as well. So right now, because I picked in, well, 2 more spots after you, McCole Hardman, I feel like that's a quality pick, which the guy before me just took. Great. So we got Michael Pittman, Paris Campbell, both of the Colts. Not the biggest fan there. Darnell Mooney, I'm high on this year, especially when Justin Fields take the reins. Russell Gage has a lot of value right now, especially with Julio Jones departing. They are lining up Russell Gage all over the place from what I'm reading. And that pass happy offense that we know of right now. I'm going to take Darnell Mooney. That is the deep threat. But Russell Gage is he's a great value pick right now.
Yeah, it's one of those. I'm not sure between Paris Campbell and Michael Pittman Jr. One of those guys are going to have to step up and try their best to be like the guy. So it's between one of those two, even maybe more so over Ty, considering that he is basically I'm sorry, not a flex specialist, a slot specialist right now. So both the other guys can pretty much play out wide. So maybe Pittman can be that guy in Indianapolis. Like, so that may be a good pick late. I think they were saying that maybe he can be the guy, or Paris Campbell, one of those two. So
correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't both of those men from Ohio State?
Ooh, I don't know. I do not know.
I'm pretty sure Pittman is. But just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I just know that they had high hopes for like the both of them. And still, again, I still at this point do not view T.Y. Hilton as a number one wide receiver on a football team. But maybe one of those two guys can be going forward. It just depends upon who they gets the rapport, gets like the better rapport with Carson Wentz early. So
absolutely. So Paris Campbell is from Ohio State. Pittman is actually from USC.
Okay. USC. Okay.
All right. So I'm probably gonna go tight end on my next pick.
Okay.
So just looking at the list, Austin Hooper, I mean, he had that one-time season a couple of years ago with the Falcons that somehow, some way he finished in the top 5. And before then, I'm not a fan at all of Austin Hooper. But I guess the way the season went, I guess I'm justified because I felt like that season was an anomaly. Hunter Henry, I mean, that's a pretty good pick right now. Cole Kmet, he has upside. Zach Ertz.
Yeah, if I were you, I mean, I think it'll be the Hunter Henry pick for me over the rest, considering that, I think New England does have a tendency to run 2 tight end sets, and he may get his fair share. And hey, all we know, I understand right now, Jonnu Smith is listed as the number 1 tight end up on like the depth chart, but he could overtake that. So both of those guys are new there. He may favor Hunter Henry over Smith.
Yeah, you're right. You never know. So we definitely feel like they have a lot of upside with those tight ends there in New England. All right. I am, what's this, round 14? I'm probably going to go quarterback. What are you looking at?
Oh, man. Same thing, dude. Same thing. So we got Baker Mayfield, Justin Fields, Fitzmagic, and Daniel Jones right there at the top.
And then you look right below Baker and
Sean Watson. Mm-hmm.
You see,
wow.
Derek Carr as well.
Also a Carson Wentz. You know what? I'm gonna go Fitzy. I'm gonna go Fitzy, a guy who I know is gonna throw the ball maybe, a ton. And he's just a fill-in. You know what I mean? Because this is a single QB league. So Ryan Tannehill is probably going to be out there more times than none. I know Fitzpatrick is a guy who can light it up at any moment's notice. So
right. So, all right. So with my pick now, anybody that knows me, I am a diehard Bears fan. I am.
Mm-hmm.
But I do not let that, I do not make emotional picks for fantasy football based on that. However, I am taking Justin Fields because at some point he is going to come in, and his upside with that offense is too tremendous not to consider. So I have Darnell Mooney. So maybe eventually I might be able to use those two, but I am high on Fields at that point, around 14 as a backup quarterback. I'm high.
Man, for me, Jamar, I would have to, I'm ready to see what this guy is gonna be able to do, and I don't wanna wait. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry, Rusty Rifle. It's I want you out, bro. You had your time. But I think that's good for the young guy to go ahead and sit and hold, a clipboard for a couple of weeks, learn it a little bit, let the game come to him. I think that'll only make him better down the road. But I think we'll see him a little bit earlier than what we expect, Jamar.
I think so too, because at this point, from what I'm hearing, I mean, bro, he is nothing but short of excellence right now in these OTAs and everything else, intangibles. He might be the week one starter at this rate.
Maybe you got some of the wide receivers on the team smiling mid-throw that this guy is throwing the ball. That's wild, bro. Hey, cheese him while the ball is in the air. Is that Justin back there? Yeah, that's Justin. So I think a lot of the veteran guys even rally around him. So that's really, saying, it speaks volumes coming from a rookie.
And, dude, you even got Eddie Jackson, who I think had tweeted and deleted at one point. It's basically saying, about time we got a real quarterback.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, boy. I mean, but it's, I feel like the Bears search for a wow. So where's my pick? So I'm going to go kicker here. Younghoe Koo is a guy who is there. I mean, it's just the things that he did, 166 points, man. That is insane for a kicker. It really is. And he was automatic last year. So, but are they going to score the same number of points? Yeah, I think they are going to be there down late. So for me right now, it's either Koo or Harrison Butker, even though they are spaced out a little bit further apart. Right. Butker finished with 132, so that's not. I'm gonna go with Younghoe, man. Why not?
Dude, I don't blame you. Look, I mean, the headline that I had for the Falcons for their draft pick this year was, quote, the Falcons drafting Kyle Pitts just to go 6-11 next year. That's exactly what's going to happen. Meaning they're going to be playing from behind a lot. Meaning they're just going to have a lot of garbage points. In which Younghoe Koo, is going to be, essential again. I mean, the amount of points. So how many points he scored last year? What?
166, bro.
166. So divide that by 16. He averaged double-digit points.
Yep.
For a kicker.
Yep.
That's crazy.
No, it is, man. And the thing about it is everybody's wondering where the heck did this guy come from with the weird name. So it's but man, he was fantastic. I had him in a couple of leagues. Actually a couple of leagues that I actually, had a deep run in. So all things considered, my team turned out just okay because of the blunder of the two auto picks back to back. kind of put me in a bad position where I had to pick running backs kind of late.
Understood. I'm gonna just go over my team real quick, then you do yours.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna call an audible of what the game plan was here in a second. So, all right. So my team consisted of Jonathan Taylor, RB1, George Kittle, tight end 1, Justin Jefferson, wide receiver 1, Mike Davis is a solid running back 2, Chris Godwin, wide receiver 2, Chase Edmonds, T. Higgins, really like T. Higgins, Jalen Hurts, Henry Ruggs, really like him too. Naheem Hines, Gus Edwards. This is just more for depth and depth people that actually has some type of value there. Darnell Mooney, Hunter Henry, Justin Fields, Bills defense, and Matt Prater. And just one thing I want to point out before we go over your team: 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out the 5 wide receivers I have are deep threats, meaning they have high ceilings.
Yep.
All right. So what's your team looking like?
All right. So my team consists of QB1, Ryan Tannehill, RB1, Alvin Kamara, RB2, Myles Gaskin, wide receiver 1, AJ Brown, wide receiver 2, Tyler Lockett, tight end, Darren Waller, flex, Brandon Ayuk, and defense, Steelers, and kicker, Younghoe Koo. So from just a starters, perspective right here, just my starters, I love it. Like, I can literally do some damage with these starters. So now I'm gonna start going up over my bench. The next 2 picks were auto picks, in which I really didn't want. So I'm just gonna still call them out as well. Bench Jarvis Landry, running back Michael Carter, running back J.D. McKissick, running back Laddie Murray as a handcuff to Alvin Kamara, quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick, and a wild card I just picked late was Zach Ertz, just in case he does end up going to one of those teams that we mentioned earlier.
Right. I don't blame you there one bit, because he has upside in the right situation. It wasn't too long ago where Ertz was a top 3 tight end, man.
Easily, especially in PPR where he was averaging 100 catches a season.
So, all right, we're gonna do one more mock. And I know, initially wanted to do a 14-teamer, but that one took a little bit too long. So we're gonna switch gears here. So we're gonna actually do a 10-team, and remember I mentioned I think last week that possibility of doing that strategy, both of us.
Okay.
So
what strategy was that?
The one that I don't have a name for it, but the one that seems like it's fail proof. And give me a second, I'll explain more in detail here.
Cool.
Okay, so I just sent you the link for the next mock there. So I will need you to pick probably 2 on this one. I just want to see if both of us can do this. I picked 1, so yeah, pick 2.
Let's see, did it give me 2? It didn't. Okay. Yep, I'm 2 now.
Okay, there you go. All right. So the strategy, which I've done it last week on the pod. I've done it in a couple of leagues last year, which turned out, tremendously, winning trophies and stuff. But yeah, so, and I credit this to Matthew Berry, because I think I got it from him like a year ago or so, that he kind of like mentioned in an unconventional way. So basically, here's the strategy. You have to, right now, this does work again this year. So it basically gives you like elite players at each position, and then fill in the gaps from there. So just like I mentioned in the deeper leagues, you want to target a tight end early because you want to separate yourself from the rest of the pack. Running backs are definitely more, you got to be more appreciative to running backs there.
Mhm.
And so with this strategy here, here's the game plan. So round one, you got to take a running back first, an elite running back first and foremost.
Okay.
Round two, tight end. So that means at this point, because Travis Kelce probably going to be gone, you either want to get Kittle or Waller.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because there would be a strong chance of those two not being there, considering, they're just their names and what they have done over the past couple of seasons. So if that plan falters, then what?
Well, as of right now, it hasn't. But in the event that it does, I will say, just to call a quick audible here.
Yeah. I'm just saying, just because there has been a chance to where, like, those guys, they may or may not be there.
Right. Honestly, let me think about that one.
Okay.
Let me think about that one because we know that the top three tight ends are in a class of its own.
Absolutely.
So, but I'm thinking that Hockenson and Pitts might work out for you in that frame.
Okay.
So if they're gone, that means that's just going to help you with your wide receiver when you get them in the fourth round. So running back first round, tight end second round, quarterback third round,
QB third round.
Yep. Okay. QB third round. So you're going to end up with either Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen of some sort, Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Wide receiver fourth round. And then from there, you're probably taking a running back, and then you just fill out the gaps from there.
But, okay, so the most important thing would be rounds 1 through 4, right?
Correct.
And then you just fill in the gaps. I'm just trying to give an idea just for people out there if they're, listening. And so round 1, elite running back, obviously. Round 2, you're going to be a tight end. Round 3, you're going to get a stud quarterback in round 3. Round 4, you're going to go wide receiver. And then rounds 5, and on, you're just going to fill in like the gaps as you see fit.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, this goes hand in hand with what you was talking about before, to where, how you gauge, part of your strategy going in the drafts, like you want a top 10 guy in each position.
Yep.
And so this here basically solidifies that.
Okay. So the only thing that would worry me is in round 4, I want to know what type of wide receivers are left then. If I can land a top 10 wide receiver in round 4, in my opinion, yeah, it would be like a magical approach to the draft. So I'm definitely curious how round 4 is gonna go right now. So I mean, I love the first 3. I mean, it's a concept, bro. It is a concept. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. So man, I just feel like we just be giving them a little bit too much, man. Especially for like the people that we have to go up against on a week-to-week basis. They can kind of more so see what I'm thinking, and like I don't like that. I like to stay, is distant and like far away, and just kind of keep people guessing. But this one may be too good to pass up on, Jamar.
When we was doing it last week, I was like a pick away from getting Mike Evans as my wide receiver 1. He took him right as I was getting ready to pick.
And that was in round 4.
Yes.
Okay. See, and that is my only asterisk, if I could like just nitpick here. So hear me out. If I am able to land a top 10 wide receiver in the 4th round, I am all for this. So I'm ready to roll, bro.
and I think, I didn't take Evans. I took Adam Thielen, who was right under Evans.
And still, that's still a fantastic pick. So draft begins in 24 seconds. I'm just gonna look something up right now.
Okay, so Christian McCaffrey, I guess by default, I'm gonna take you here.
By default, oh yeah, that leaves me with my guy. Ah, yes, man, cannot be happier than picking a Dalvin Cook.
All right, so the strategy begins.
All right, so what I wanted to look up, Jamar, while we got like a little bit of time before you and I pick, was I know that we said we wanted to land a top 10 wide receiver in the 4th round. So and this is courtesy of Fantasy Pros, which is like they're typically legit.
They're awesome.
Yeah, in the way in which I like to approach like a just like fantasy like rankings per position. Like they're generally like spot on. So Tyreek Hill, number 1, Devontae Adams, number 2. Stephon Diggs, and they got that as a tier 1, and I firmly believe that is tier 1.
That's probably my favorite part about Fantasy Pros, that it breaks it down into tiers along with the rankings. I like Fantasy Pros are awesome.
Fantastic. And they got tier 2, Calvin Ridley, AJ Brown, DJ Metcalf, D Hop, and Justin Jefferson. So like that rounds out the top 8. We got 2 more players left: Terry McLaurin, Mike Evans, and we got 2 fantastic names after that, and Allen Robinson and Michael Thomas. So, you know, if you can land one of those guys, like even in the top 12, I'll still take that. So,
and it's like, and the reason why the wide receiver goes in the 4th round is because they come a dime a dozen. Because at that point, the wide receiver quality that you're gonna get, I mean, so round 4, if you can get a top 10 guy, absolutely. If not, you're gonna get a fringe wide receiver 1. Then on top of that, on your next couple of picks, you're gonna get some high end wide receiver 2. So it's gonna pan out. As long as everybody follows the course, it's gonna pan out. The fact that Travis Kelce hasn't went yet, and this is the end of round 1, that is encouraging.
It's very encouraging. So I'm not sure about like what the other team's approach is right now, but wow, we're in the round 2 already, bro, and Travis Kelce is still up there. That is wild. That is wild.
I mean, I don't expect him to fall. There he goes.
Oh, there he goes. Yeah,
but still.
Stephon Diggs just went round 2, pick 5.
Najee Harris.
He's gonna be great if I know we got like some issues. Yep, exactly. That's it. If those line woes are taken away, yeah, for sure. They got him lining up out wide. They got him catching passes in the backfield. They got him doing a bunch of nice things, man. Like they said that they're going to give him as much as he can handle. So can't wait to see that guy in action. And it's just like one of those picks in which you knew, like, hey, Najee Harris is there. Like, we got to take this guy. So, like, that definitely worked out for both Harris and the Steelers organization. All right. So, it is in play. I did get Waller the Baller. That dude he's so good, dude. He's so good. Runs routes like a wide receiver.
Indeed.
Wait, so did you pick Patrick Mahomes?
Sure did. So, as of right now, our strategy is working fine. I have Patrick Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey, and George Kittle.
Okay.
Deshaun has Dalvin Cook, Waller the Baller, and if I know Deshaun, he probably gonna take Kyler Murray. If it's not Kyler Murray, Josh Allen.
Man, that's like I'm toggling back and forth, bro. Like it's insane, but let's go, Kyler. And look, I love Josh Allen. He is fantastic, but it's just Kyler's my guy.
All right, so now I got the wide receiver list up. This is very encouraging right now. So,
no kidding. Even if I am able to land, which again, either Allen Robinson or Terry McLaurin at that point, those are two wide receivers I'm going to be extremely happy about. I'm quite sure that Brown and Jefferson may be gone by the time it comes back around, but McLaurin and Robinson, I like it. Even Keenan Allen with the way that Justin Herbert's been throwing the football. So, wow. Okay. All right. Quarterback checked off. All right. Wide receivers next.
I'm looking at the running back list just in case. Round 5. That's solid there. Somebody reached for Josh Jacobs. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, I think we're sitting pretty right now.
Man, still so many picks left though to go before it gets to us. Let me ask you something. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on Amari Cooper this year? Like, how do you feel about Amari Cooper with Dak Prescott coming back?
Look, man, Amari Cooper goes as far as Dak Prescott goes.
Okay.
So, yes, I feel like that Prescott plays a full 17. I expect to see Amari Cooper hovering around the top 10 this year.
Okay. Yeah, it's just one of those things where I think even CeeDee Lamb can actually outperform a Amari Cooper this year. And again, like the projections aren't too far off. They got Cooper at 33 and CeeDee at 42, with Cooper projected to score 249 points, while CeeDee projected to score 239 points. So it's not too far off at all.
CeeDee Lamb is a monster.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Ohio State is just like pumping these guys out. I'm sorry, Oklahoma rather. Like they're just pumping out fantastic talent in the skill positions.
There's another pipeline to the NFL. Oh my
gosh. So Justin Jefferson just went.
That's fine. I didn't expect to get him.
Yeah, getting him in the 4th round, like that would be wild. That would be wild. But I mean, again, he's lasted this long, and I easily think he's a top 10 receiver, easily with top 5 potential. So, Antonio Gibson.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, yeah, I'm Russell Wilson. Good job. So, the more quarterbacks and running backs that gets taken right now, the more elite our team is about to be. Because basically, we're the trendsetters of the draft. That's basically what happened.
Yeah.
And so, let's see. Russell was the first round pick. The first pick of the 4th round. There's still DeAndre Swift out there. Somebody took Myles Gaskin. Wow.
Terry McLaurin gone. I wanted him.
Allen
going. J.K. Dobbins. round 4.
And it's like here's the flip side to this. Okay, say, by the time we pick, wow, and Robinson, Cooper, Evans, and Thielen is gone, which is not going to be the case this time.
Right.
If that's the case, on the flip side, your running back 2 is going to be really strong. And you're still going to get a quality wide receiver.
All right, so
looky here.
So for me, it's between Mike Evans and Amari Cooper, which I think Mike Evans is going to get in the end zone a little bit more.
I just know whoever you take, I'm taking the other.
I'm going to go Mike Evans.
Congratulations. You got Mike Evans in the 4th round.
That is awesome.
All right, now the sky's the limit. For me, we got Amari Cooper. I mean, I can go Adam Thielen. I can go Julio Jones. I can go Chris Godwin, CeeDee Lamb. Switch over to running backs and go DeAndre Swift, David Montgomery. Decisions. Whew. Dude, I don't know who to pick. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, that's a great problem to have.
But I haven't been. Man, so what are you thinking on your end?
Like you said, it's some fantastic wide receivers left, bro. Julio, CD. So, man, it'll be too tough to pass on these guys. But I know about time when my turn comes back around for RB2, all of those guys will probably be gone. So,
DeAndre Swift is still sitting there is crazy to me.
I'm gonna pick your boy David Montgomery there.
Hey.
I still think I'm able to get another quality wide receiver in the round 6. So
I know I passed on DeAndre Swift, but the fact that he is sitting right now in the 5th round, it is a super value pick right now. This is crazy. And then, of course, our poster boy, our billboard guy for running back 2 is still there.
Still there. And for me, it was between him and David Montgomery. But I think Montgomery ran well toward the latter portion of the season last year. So, I think that's a solid RB2 pick. And again, I just think that's where he, deserves to go. I think he's a very good RB2.
Absolutely. So how do you feel about your team so far?
Dude, I'm liking my team so far. Whenever I can incorporate the likes of Kyler Murray, Dalvin Cook, and Darren Waller in that order, like that's tough, bro. That's tough.
And so on our Instagram feed for the past, week and a half now, we've highlighted the top 3 players from each team as far as fantasy and their, what their value is now and what their ceiling is. And look, based on I'm gonna pull up your team here. Kyler Murray, we haven't gotten to his team yet, but that's a potential league winner. Dalvin Cook, we haven't gotten to his team yet. That's a potential league winner. Darren Waller, he's a potential league winner. So you have 3 potential league winners on your lineup already.
Yep.
That is the beauty of this strategy. It is insane.
And I think it does help a bunch, Jamar, considering how deep wide receiver is. So I think it does help a lot. Like sometimes you can even back-to-back those wide receivers. So just for instance, I'm looking that's what I'm gonna pick next. So got Tyler Lockett, OBJ, you got Jamar Chase, Cam Sutton, Juju, DJ Chark, names like that. So Tyler Lockett just came up off the board.
I'm about to do something wild. The fact that Tyler Lockett is still there.
Nope, he's gone.
No, I was just saying, like, he lasted that long.
I was gonna pick Jamar Chase. I mean, not Jamar Chase, OBJ. I really want to go with Cam Sutton. Considering that he is back and healthy, he's fantastic. Let me see what else we got left as far as running backs go. ETN. Ooh. Let me go Kareem Hunt here.
Oh, you.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do that, but he's there, and I still get another pick coming around here next. So I had to make sure that he was taken care of.
That hurt me. That was gonna be my RB2. That hurt me. Thanks a lot.
My bad, man. My bad. He's just too good to pass up, and that's my flex. Man.
I'm about to run a 2 tight end offense here.
I'm seeing it.
And then up to Kyle Pitts here. I gotta go running back. ETN, Davis, Chase Edmonds. I gotta assume Chase Edmonds gotta be solid there. So, all right. But yeah, like, I feel like I'm gonna call this strategy cherry picking, man. That's what it feels like.
Cherry picking? Yeah. I guess so. Yeah, I can see that.
That's all we're doing.
Quick, make your pick.
Ooh, I can't believe I did that. I picked Jamar Chase as my wide receiver 2. And that's just an upside thing. It's just him and Joe Burrow, good connection. I know that T. Higgins is still there, and he's going to be fantastic along with Tyler Boyd. So, like, that trio of wide receivers are going to be great. So,
Jamar Chase is a stud. He has a pretty good name, too, so.
All right, so again, I'm gonna go. Looks like I got 3 backs already. So it looks like I'm gonna go either. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go wide receiver again with my next pick. So.
All right, so we got 2 backs, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, a quarterback. So filling in the gaps going forward. At this point, it's like, so far my lineup is Patrick Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey, Chase Edmonds, Amari Cooper, Adam Thielen, George Kittle, and Kyle Pitts. That is my lineup.
Wow.
And then if we move over to Team Reed here, he has Kyler Murray, Dalvin Cook, David Montgomery, Mike Evans, Jamar Chase, Darren Waller, and Kareem Hunt. Whew. It's a lot of heat in this room, man.
Yes, it is. And, believe it or not, even if like one of these picks both of our teams are fantastic, by the way, just looking at them up and down right now, and we're into the 8th round, it looks like. Imagine if someone, and it just seems like to happen in every fantasy draft that we're in, like they reach for a pick. I just think the more that they do that, the more effective this formula would be. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm officially calling it cherry picking. I mean, so if they reach for something that is not, high quality at that time, then yeah, it just, gives me more options to pick. cherry pick who I want at that point. We're setting the trend in the draft. We're getting elite players at elite positions, and then we're filling out the rest with high quality picks at that point. So your depth is going to be crazy as well. Ayuk.
I like that guy a lot this year.
All right, so I'm gonna take it. All right, I'm gonna take Travis Etienne.
Okay, so you paid me back for the Kareem Hunt pick.
Mm-hmm. Yep, sure did. Thank you. Come again.
All right.
Let's see.
Wide receiver.
Tyler Boyd is still a good pick right here. Running backs. Let's get some value picks from running backs. Yeah, I'm taking Tyler Boyd.
That's a good pick.
Tyler Boyd is my wide receiver 3.
Man, I don't like none of these backs that are left like that.
Let's see. Melvin Gordon, Devontae Williams. If only, the Texans' backfield wasn't so crowded.
I know it, man. And it's like, I don't think I have the mental capacity to pick anyone from the Houston Texans right now, not named Deshaun Watson. So,
yeah, dude, that is abysmal. That team is abysmal. That's the one team that we are staying away from.
Absolutely. I don't want any of those players on my team, man. I think they're probably gonna win 2 games, maybe, if that. And I'm being generous. I'm a generous guy, Jamar. So two is probably the max for me. With the way how they're currently constructed. So.
Right. And if Deshaun Watson if we know for a fact he was playing, then maybe they can win about 7. So I give Deshaun Watson about 5.
I was gonna say 5. Oh yeah, for sure. 5. Yeah. As fantastic as he has been since he stepped foot into the league, he cannot do it all himself. Jarvis Landry was still there. Good pick. Man, Cole Beasley. God dog it.
What round was that? Round 9?
Yep, round 9.
I wonder where Ryan Tannehill will fall in the 10-team. So looking at wide receivers, there's still some great, I don't say great names, but there's some quality names right now.
Indeed.
Jones.
Marvin Jones Jr. in Jacksonville, man.
That could be solid.
It really can, depending on how well Trevor Lawrence produces right out the gate, whether he's gonna, struggle a bit, which is typical for a rookie even of his caliber. But I like that pick, man. For Jacksonville. Oh wow, the Buccaneers defense winning the 10th round. Are you kidding me?
Thank you for doing so. The Steelers defense went.
My God! Wow.
Apparently, they setting the trend with the defenses. So, I mean, that's fine. I mean, yes, they're gonna set the trend with kickers in the next round too. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, dude, I really like Mike Williams this year. I definitely a fan of Henry Ruggs, especially with Aguilar gone. I forgot they signed John Brown, but as good as John Brown is, he's not Henry Ruggs right now. Corey Davis. What you leaning towards?
I am going to pick Ryan Tannehill here, bro.
That's twice this draft, man.
Look, I had to pick him into the 10th round, and like I'm looking, so I just been fumbling back between quarterback, tight end, wide receiver, and running back. So just those, right? And I'm like, okay, who has the most value right here this late? And this is it's Tannehill for sure. And plus, again, I knew that I was going to go back around again to pick, so it's like, you know.
I am going to take. I'm gonna take Ruggs. I was gonna take a quarterback, but you know.
Yeah, some guy, you know.
So Houston players we don't touch. I don't touch New England running backs at all.
At all.
I don't want to reach too far down the line for running back. So I guess a safe pick here would be Ronald Jones.
Ronald Jones, huh?
A.J. Dillon. I feel like if he gets the keys to the car, he can be something special. Fantasy purposes, though.
I got some pretty good wide receiver name. So between Corey Davis and Jalen Waddle, I don't know how many opportunities Waddle is going to receive. Corey Davis, I'll go ahead and pick him. Former first round pick. I like Jalen Waddle a lot. I do, but he's definitely going to have to compete with Will Fuller and Devontae Parker there early,
but
for targets.
But I guess I would say the one upside for him in that battle is the fact that Will Fuller is suspended, so that might help him out.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
For PEDs or something like that?
Yeah, from last year.
Again, man? This guy.
I think he's still suspended. Let me double check that. I don't want to give out the wrong info. So, okay, so yeah, so he got suspended 6 games. He only did 5 in Houston, so he has 1 more in Miami.
1 more? Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so just a quick recap here while we're waiting on our picks to come about. My team consists of Patrick Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey, Chase Edmonds, Amari Cooper, Adam Thielen, George Kittle, Kyle Pitts, Travis Etienne, Travis Boyd, Henry Ruggs, and Ronald Jones II. Oh, I see you with Gronk.
Yeah, it's just a pick. I mean, it's Gronk and Brady. You know, I was sitting there looking at like the tight ends who was available. It was either between him and Jonnu Smith, actually, for me. So,
all right, so take my second quarterback here, Joe Burrow, and then I'm going to take a pretty good secondary back here in Naheem Hines. So I got 5 running backs. I'm happy with all 5, which are Christian McCaffrey, Chase Edmonds, Travis Etienne, Ronald Jones, and Naheem Hines. I feel like that is a solid 5 group running back. Group of 5. Team read. That man has Kyler Murray, Dalvin Cook, David Montgomery, Mike Evans, Jamar Chase. That's a fabulous name, by the way. Darren Waller, Kareem Hunt, Brandon Ayuk, Melvin Gordon III, Ryan Tannehill, great pick. Corey Davis, Gronk, and T.Y. Hilton. And so at this point, got 3 picks left, which includes a kicker and a defense. So we only got 1 more skill position left. Yeah, man. I feel like my team is a league winner right now.
Yeah. Excuse me. I think I feel the same way. Like I like my team. Now in retrospect, I'm really thinking about picking, and it's funny because like that was my 3rd round pick. I was thinking about picking Josh Allen over Kyler Murray now, but tomato, I suppose.
Yeah, pretty much. So.
Young Wee went off the board.
Oh man, that name gets me every time, man. And so, like I mentioned before, we have a free fantasy football draft strategy guide. Free. Links in the description, links in the comments. All you got to do is just put your name and your email, and it's an instant download. Simple as that. You have it within 10 seconds.
And did he mention that it's free?
Let's see. Don't need any of those. When you see a Kansas City player, it's kind of hard to not pick a Kansas City player. So I will take Mecole Hardman. And then knowing that take the Ravens defense.
Man, like all of this mock drafting, bro, it just got me ready and ready to do the real thing. Like I cannot lie. It's just knowing that I'm gonna pick this team. Like, oh man, this team is fantastic on paper, but it's not really mine. So, like that doesn't sit well with me.
It's like so close yet so far away.
Exactly.
Man, so yeah, this here was a thing of beauty. The fact that both of us can do it in the same draft. That's the one thing I wanted to see. And yeah, it panned out perfectly. League winner. All right, so as we round out the draft, we have the last 2 picks of the whole draft. Yeah, so if you get picks 1 and 2 are definitely a lock for this strategy in a 10-teamer. That is definitely a lock. I think you can get it all the way down to 3 or 4. I think you can pull it off if you have a top 4 pick in a 10-teamer. Outside of that, you probably have to try a different approach, but I think you can pull it off though. Top 4. Good pick, Gus Edwards. Good pick.
Yeah, I needed to fill out that last running back spot. So I have 5 running backs, 5 wide receivers, 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends. Like that's typically what you want to end with to give yourself the best chance at filling out your team completely.
Yeah. So go ahead and let them know what your team is looking like.
All right. So I got my boy Kyler Murray and my other boy Dalvin Cook, followed by David Montgomery, Mike Evans, Jamar Chase, Darren Waller, Kareem Hunt, Washington defense, who's going to be fabulous, by the way, because of the way that they get to the quarterback. Harrison Butker, Brandon Ayuk, Melvin Gordon III, Ryan Tannehill, Corey Davis, Rob Gronkowski, T.Y. Hilton, and Gus Edwards. That is a fantastic team. And I'm kind of upset that this is not my team right now. It's not my real team.
Oh, man. All right, so to round things out, this is, I guess, the order that I drafted based on how the screen has popped up on me. So Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Patrick Mahomes, Amari Cooper, Adam Thielen, Kyle Pitts, Chase Edmonds, Travis Etienne, Tyler Boyd, Henry Ruggs, Ronald Jones, Joe Burrow, Naheem Hines, McCole Hardman, the Ravens D, and Matt Prater.
Matt Prater. Man. So, again, that's both teams fantastic from top to bottom. Definitely filled out all of our positions with top guys. And I think that that's just proved, Jamar, that the formula can work. And even more so if you have one of those guys in the draft. And typically everyone does who likes to reach a lot. Only thing it does is help your chances. I like this formula. You know, we kind of like set up like the rest of like the rounds before and after us rather. So, man, I think this is just proof that this formula does work, bro.
Big time. So yeah, that concludes our part 3 of how to win your fantasy football league in 2021. I think we can do one more of these next week. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you know what the topic's gonna be. And I haven't done it in a long time. I think you might have dabbled in once or twice. We're gonna work with the salary cap here, man.
Okay.
So that's a whole nother strategy within itself. I'm excited for
Absolutely. I'm definitely gonna have to crack open a book up on that one and get back to that one. I don't think I did a salary draft this previous year, but the year before that I definitely did one. So
it's been some years for me, but when I've done it, I did end up winning. Me and the guy shared a team. The buy-in was pretty big, so we split it. And first year doing it, cha-ching. So yeah, I'm excited for that. So just gotta ask you, man, where can they find us?
Man, you can find us on Apple Pod, Spotify, Amazon Music, Pandora, and all other platforms, you know, where you can find podcasts. We are pretty much there. We are streaming live right now on Facebook as well as YouTube. Definitely make sure you check out the YouTube channel. You know, me and my boy Jamar here been dropping gems. So, you know, if you dig what we've been putting down, make sure you go ahead and tap that like button. Definitely does help our channel grow along the way. And, you know, check out our Instagram page as well.
Indeed, appreciate that. So
he just had to be holding that up on like the way out. I see what you're doing, bro.
I mean,
I didn't win anything last year. So like now he's shot. You might as well yeah. Yeah, go ahead and do that too, man.
Hey, I mean, you honestly, if you want one of these, I mean, I say, you know, stick around, follow us, you know. I mean, you didn't win last year, but you was right there. I mean, we went toe to toe in a championship game.
Yep.
I just happened to come out on top, but I mean, you was right there.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride, huh?
But nevertheless, man, it's always a pleasure. for our fan base, thank you once again. We will be back next week. Love y'all. Deuces. Please like, subscribe, follow, share. We appreciate all of it. Peace out.
Peace.